Yeah, I'm live now. I'm live now. Hello everyone. Are you all there? Chris, could you just pass me my glass of water please? Off my desk. Thank you. I'm going to just hang on and make sure that everyone is here and that we're working. If you can hear me, can you say hello? I'm actually on time, I think. Let me see. Are we working, Chris?
Yeah, what I'm looking at.
Well, I had it on the screen for you.
Oh, that one, well, another document, that one. Like another's crafty. Obviously. It's not 2:15 yet, you can't do it, yeah. What are you on?
It's because they're not used to me being on time. They probably thought, oh, we can tune in at past and she still won't be ready anyway. It's because they're not used to me being...
Yeah, it works.
Hi, Maz. I am actually here then. I was just checking. It was, I know you're not used to me being on time. Hello. Are you off work? Presume you are, otherwise you'll be in trouble. I'll just hang on a few minutes. Hi Monica, thanks for joining me. And Sarah's here. I think it takes a while to catch up.
The subtitles on there just said, yeah, because you're not used to me living.
Random subtitles. Hi Kelly, hello MWP Crafts, hello. And Maz is on holiday. Sarah here for the first time, thank you for joining me. So hopefully, oh my goodness, I've got some new software to do. Well, it's kind of my old software. I've gone back to my old software because we kept having problems with the new software. So let's hope that it's all working properly today. Oh, I can't, honestly, it drives me insane. Anyone would think that I was really rubbish with technology, and I'm actually not. I'm pretty good normally, but it just doesn't like our camera. Anyway, let's hope that we should be simulcasting to the group, to our page, to my page, YouTube, everywhere. MWP Crafts, hello Michelle. That's a good little promo for yourself there, Michelle. Sue's here from Canada as well. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. And Angie's here from Greece. Hello, Mrs. Cat Lady. So thanks for joining me, and I'm sorry it's been a while. As you know, like I've been struggling with my hands. They're still quite painful, but I'm kind of getting there. They've kind of calmed down a little bit at the minute. Just need the migraines to disappear now with all this heat and the changes in the weather and everything. But anyway, here we go. So, what have we got today? Now, I have to confess, I have no idea where today's going. Because, you know, some days you're kind of like really inspired and then others you're not. Today's one of those not days. So I kind of had like a bit of an, well, I just, no, it's not happening today at all, which is really bad when it's a video day, but anyway, never mind. So I'm going to switch over, get me off here, and let's switch over. Where's my camera's gone? Oh no, what's happened now? Where's all my cameras gone to? Oh lordy. Oh, I'm not on the right thing. There you go. It helps if you click the right thing, doesn't it? Okay, so let's go. Let's hope. Oh, camera's all skew with. Let's try and get that straightened out a little bit for you. Hey, here we are. Okay, so I am going to do a project, but before I do that, I don't know if you've received your email we sent you earlier, but basically, Chris and I were having a chat, and we were talking about the cost of living and everything else, and so one of the things that, you know, we're very aware of it, obviously, you know, who isn't at the minute, especially here in the UK, is going crazy. So one of the things we've been talking about doing sort of for the last couple of months, and we've finally managed to kind of get the first part of it today, is that we really wanted to bring like a little budget line of things out for you where, you know, it's kind of like a limited edition. So we know that lots of you out there are real die-hard polka doodles collectors, and we really appreciate you so much for doing that. We have such amazing loyalty with you all. It's fantastic. And so what we wanted to do was kind of really reward that, and with hopefully with, if you signed up on the email list and stuff like that, that's kind of where that's coming in, the VIP thing. So I've got exciting news coming up about the VIP kind of situation, but I can't kind of say too much today because it's not 100% done yet. But you know, we're kind of gonna grow that with you and kind of bring you more benefits and stuff, and basically reward you for following us and for being loyal and everything, but in a really good way, and, you know, a way where we can support you as well. So anyway, so if you look on the website, basically today we've launched a new category, and it's called Craft Jam. And basically what it is we're gonna, every month we're gonna have just a few, it might only be one, it might be half a dozen, it just depends. But every month we're going to have a limited product. So when we have that limited product, it's going to be restricted to a really small number. So you know, it might be 10, it might be 20, it might be 30. I mean, we sell quite big numbers here at Polka Doodles. We do sell worldwide, and we have a lot of fans. So, you know, we have quite big numbers, but so if we kind of restrict it down to, you know, even 50 of something, that's a really small number for us. And those will sell out really quickly. So we're going to do some limited editions, so once it's gone, it's gone. They're kind of going to be little sets of stamps usually, but also stencils and things as well. So but they're kind of going to be things like that I really want, but, you know, because we normally do a collection, it might be a theme that doesn't fit into anything else. So if you look on the website today, don't all disappear now, but if you look on the website today, the first ones are in there, and I'm going to show you them now. So, and the really great thing that I haven't mentioned is that they're going to be on a budget for you. So they're going to be a bit lower priced than our normal stamps are. And basically, this is the first set. So we've done this really cute little get well soon set. Yeah, we'll do digis as well. So yeah, this is the idea, is that we're going to do sort of these limited edition things. Obviously, if it's digi, then we don't run out. So you know, we might retire it really quickly, or, you know, we might just do it at a silly price for a limited time or whatever. You know, we know that everyone is kind of on a budget right now, and everyone, I mean, the news this morning when I got up, I felt like killing myself, quite honestly. Well, I shouldn't say that, but, you know, I don't mean that, but, you know, it's so doom and gloom, and we just thought we need to do something that actually really helps crafters keep crafting even when you think you can't afford it, by bringing you something that's a really good price that you hopefully you can afford. And I know not everyone can even afford, you know, a few pounds or whatever it is. So anyway, this is a really cute little set, and I've had this kind of drawn for quite a long time in my sketchbook, but it kind of never, I was waiting for it to fit with something else, because sometimes when we just release one stamp set like this, it gets a little bit lost among everything else, and people don't see it, you don't find it, because, you know, we have a lot of stuff on the website. So this is why we've done Craft Jam, so that we can put these little one-offs in there, and it can just be, you know, it might for instance, I've had a couple of people ask me lately for bereavement stamps or in sympathy, and yeah, it's a great idea, but to be quite honest, we're not going to sell hundreds or thousands of that particular set, you know, and there are certain things that don't sell as well as others. And obviously for us as a company, you know, we're only a small business too, and so we can't afford to kind of produce things that we're not going to sell a lot of either and have it sitting on a shelf for ages. So by kind of doing these ones that are probably going to be not less popular, but just less, what's the word, you know, less people are just going to buy them, I think. You know, not even that, just that they're more individual, aren't they? They're just kind of like those one-off occasions that you might just want, but you don't want to invest heavily. You don't want a whole big collection. You don't want to be spending, you know, a lot of money on 5 or 6 different stamps and dies and all of this to go with it. But you know, who wouldn't want just some cute little stamps so that you've got them in your craft stash and you can send a nice little get well card to someone. So this is this set. I'm not explaining that very well. Sounds like we're doing the ones that people aren't going to buy. That's not true. It's the ones that I want as well, but I wouldn't want to spend a lot of money on, is what I'm trying to say. So we've got these 2 cute little teddy bears. You can see these are still quite a good size. So this one's about 2 inches. This is about 1.5 for the main teddy. I just love this little ambulance. And then let me turn it over and show you a bit closer if my camera will focus in. I don't want to change my camera, I'm having problems with it. So we've got little nurse here, and she's got, just let me see if I can focus that in a bit better. There you go. So she's got a little card there that says get well soon. He's got a little thermometer and a little plaster or a band-aid, if depending how you say it. Look at this cool little ambulance, and then we've got another plaster band-aid, little first aid kit, and some a little pill bottle there, which is so cute. So I think this is really adorable. So we've done this at a price. These are an A7, so it's a bit smaller than our normal size. They're sort of about half the size, but all our costs have gone up this year. So we've kind of pulled the price right down on these. You won't find these anywhere else, so they're not going on Crate & Craft. They won't be in any other retailer. This is just for us and you as our customers. And then the other thing that I've done as well is I've also designed a stencil. Now this is actually coming in stock. I think it'll be here tomorrow, but I've actually got it on sale right now, and I'd forgotten about this actually. But this is a stencil that gives you this little heartbeat, which I think is really cute, and I just thought that works so well just as a little set. I think you can get both of those for under £10, I think. So hopefully they'll be really cute, and I hope you really like this kind of the way that we're kind of doing this. Like I say, we're trying to do them at the lowest price we can without giving them away completely, because obviously, you know, we do have to make a profit on them or we can't bring you anything else. But anyway, so that's it. So that's on. So there's a little section called Craft Jam, and that's where they are. So go check those out. There's just those 2 in there at the minute, and then next month, or when basically we'll do it so that once this goes, we'll get the next one hopefully, or until a period of time passes. So obviously we've got the new Zodiac release out. I'm just looking at some of the comments. Angie says, this is so useful. Yeah, not something you need every day. That's what I was trying to think of. I couldn't think of the right words, Angie. Thank you for that. It's not things that you don't need. It's things you don't need every day. And the same with the sentiment, with the bereavement sets as well. So people have been asking me for those. And again, they're things that you're not going to use all the time. So you don't want to invest heavily and have, you know, lots of things for that, but you just want maybe one good sentiment set, and that's another one that I'm actually looking at. So if you're one of the people that have been asking me and emailing me about that, I am looking at it. So I just wanted to go through. I know most of you have probably already seen the Zodiac, and probably most of you already have it already, but let's Angie, you need to go shop at the Zodiac set. Well, to be quite honest, this is the first time I've had a chance to even play with this, but I do love it. I think it's fab. There's extra bundles with this, and unfortunately there was so much in the kit I couldn't actually put it all in there, because there's calendars, and the calendar, I've got to thank Katrine from the design team, because I kind of gave them all the images to work with, and she came back and had made a calendar, and I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do the calendar? I did think about it, and I think I was on a lazy day, and I thought, oh no, I don't want to do, I can't, no, I'm not doing that. And then it came back, and her sample was so good, I just went, yeah, okay, I've got to do the calendar. So we're going to look at the calendars, but first of all, we're going to look at the actual set itself, in case you've not seen it, or you've not seen it close up. But it's super cute, and I just thought it was something a bit different. We've certainly never done anything horoscope before, and I know not everybody's into it, but I've tried to actually make this kit versatile, so it doesn't have to be for horoscopes. So where we've got the signs and the actual star sign on the digis are also separate, so it's all split out. So you've kind of got them together, and then you've got them not together as well. If you wanted to just buy the digis and not all the extras and bits and pieces like that, there's a kit that's got that's basically like this, or there's a kit that's without the actual signs. So we'll just have a little best through, because there's only 12 images, obviously. So we've got Aquarius, this is me, big fat hippopotamus, that's me. I love this Pisces, which is really cute. There's a little starfish hanging onto this bit of rope there. We've got my sister and my sister. My sister here, yeah, that's totally her, very bullheaded, yeah, won't say anymore. My other sister is adorable, love her to pieces. Got Gemini, this is super cute with the giraffes. Giraffes are really trendy at the minute and popular, I think. And then Cancer, Mr. Doodles. And as I was drawing this, I kind of thought, I really want to do a crab in a cupcake. So I kind of had, we've got 2 Cancers in there. Just had to be done, I just wanted to do it. We've got my dad, who's a Leo. This is lovely. Jane's made an amazing sample with that. I don't know if I've shown that. I think I have shown it, but if you haven't seen all the samples, make sure you go online and check out the gallery. Yeah, Angie, typical bull in a china shop. Yeah, you are. I'm saying no more. And then we've got Virgo. Now we've got dark skin tones in here as well, so if you do need those deep skin tones, they are in there where the girls are. So you've got Virgo in light skin and deep skin. Libra, there's the darker skin version of that one. And then we've got Scorpio as well. I think I've not printed out the light one of the Scorpio, but I love her. I think that's really cute. I had good fun designing her. And then we've got Sagittarius. Again, we've got deep skin tone of this one. And then this adorable Capricorn, which is my other sister. But this one, you could easily get rid of that sign there and nobody would even notice. You could just snip it there, nobody would even notice that. Melanie's a Libra and she loves the image, yeah. I purposely didn't do the personality traits for this, and I purposely didn't do, you know, I can't remember what it's called, you know, where it's like the dates, so it's like, say for instance, Aquarius is usually 19th or 20th to the 20th of January to, I don't know, 14th of February. I purposely didn't do that because it changes. So I thought, I'm never going to please everyone, so I'd rather just not do it. So if you want to do those, you can actually do those yourself. Will these be available in stamps? No, I'm sorry, they won't, because there's so many. So, you know, because, to be honest, I couldn't... Well, I'm saying that, if I get enough requests for stamps, then there's no reason why we won't do them. But it was just such a big collection that I didn't do them as stamps. So we've got sentiments. These are just mainly birthday sentiments, so quite plain. you know, sending birthday wishes and special kisses. I saw the signs, it's your birthday. So there's just a few sentiments there. I was trying to think of puns and I couldn't really come up with anyone. Then we've got these in the kit as well. So you've got your star sign and the month in 2 different fonts. So they're all the same. You get it right through for each month. I'm just trying to show you a snapshot. There's so much in this kit. I can't actually... There was just too much to print off. You've then also got another font with your signs here. You've got the individual signs as well, which you can use. These will be really easy, especially if you cut them out this size to cut out on your Cricut and your silhouette or your scan and cut. Then we also have these charts as well, which you can use, and I'm going to actually use those on my project. That's a bigger version of it. I love that chart. I must admit I didn't actually draw that chart, but I love it. I think it's fab. So that's those 2 charts. I'm going to pull those out because I might be using those. And just to show you, there is, oops, right way around, there are these circles which actually do have some personality traits on there as well. I won't be held responsible for those. They are just what I found. So, you know, Aquarius, original, independent, humanitarian, assertive, friendly, strong-willed, progressive. I don't know, it kind of sounds like me. Some of it anyway. Leo, creative, passionate, generous, warm-hearted, cheerful, humorous, loyal, dynamic. Yep, I think that's pretty accurate. And that's just those printed down smaller. So I've just printed these like this, just straight onto the printer, just by playing around with my printer settings. So you can see, you know, it's just easy. I've had lots of printer questions in the last couple of weeks. Oh, Wendy, is YouTube not working for you? If you head over, if you can get onto our any of our Facebook pages, Wendy, you should be able to grab it there. Or maybe just watch it later, because it will record straight onto YouTube, so you can watch it later if you can't get onto Facebook. Sorry, don't know what's going on. Obviously just a streaming issue. So yeah, just resizing your printer, and you do that by using, I'm on a Mac, so sometimes it's difficult to remember what the settings are if you're on a PC. But you just go into your printer settings and it'll let you adjust how many you print on a sheet, and that's all you need to do, just adjust it. We've then also got all the numbers, and if anybody noticed, I didn't notice that I hadn't put a 0 in the numbers. That's actually, I've uploaded a 0 file for you. So I was talking to Maz about it the other day, and she wanted to do 2023 for a calendar, and I hadn't put a 0 in, but the 0 is now in your file. So if you want a 0, go back to the website and you'll find it in your downloads. It's already there waiting for you. So that's just some of the bits and pieces. I'm not even going to go through it all, but I really love these papers. I think these are really, really great papers. So we've got all these really nice bright colours. Then we've got ones that are kind of, this is like a sun in the middle. Constellation, which I love. We've got lots of signs and things on there, moons and all your astrology things. Constellations again. More suns and moons. I love this one that's got all the months in there, so I'm going to pull that one out because we're going to use that. We also have these ones which are kind of like in the I was going to say in the coordinates, but there's two, this is just 2 sets of papers. There's another 2 sets, so you've got coordinating colours that all have the star signs on them, so it'll just say Aries continuously. So this one is cool because it's got the full horoscope, all 12 signs on it. Can't speak, sorry, I've had a migraine pill, I can't speak. My speech is I don't know if anyone else uses migraine pills, but honestly, my speech just slurs. I feel like I'm drunk when I've had one. So we've got stars, more stars, and you know, just lots of different things. So kind of a mix of styles in here as well, but just really nice, great colours. Because I wanted the colours to be I wanted it to be fun. It is about birthdays at the end of the day, and it doesn't all have to be, you know, kind of mythical and all of that. I wanted it to, because to me, I thought, well, you know, I want it to be useful for the guys as well, and for you know, young kids as well. So that's the main kit, and obviously lots more. There's extras in there. There's loads of different bits and pieces I haven't even shown you. But I wanted to show you. Oh, Wendy's found us in Facebook. Probably the heat. Yeah, I know it is warm still, isn't it? It's not going. So I wanted to show you the calendars, because this knocked my socks off. I absolutely love the calendar, really do. So these are not in your main kit, but they are there as extras. So there's a bundle which is the blank calendar. So this is a perpetual calendar, which means that you can use it every single year. It's not specific to any year, because it doesn't say Monday the 1st, okay? So you can then lay your own digits on top of here and decorate it however you want. Obviously you've got 12 sheets. Then I've also made up a pre-coloured calendar. Now if you want to print this, make your calendars up and sell them, totally okay, quite happy for you to do that. I have had to charge the reason this isn't in the kit is because I didn't want people to, there's always some people that kind of, you know, find a way around things. So I've had to charge a full price as if you were buying the actual digistamps for the calendar, because if I hadn't have done that and had done it as an add-on for, say, like, I don't know, if I'd done it as a £10 add-on or whatever, it means that people who bought the kit would essentially be able to crop this down and just actually get the digi for only £10, where everybody else has paid double or whatever, which I didn't think was fair. So that's why these calendars, you know, you might look and think, why is that so expensive? And that's actually why, because essentially you're getting 12 digits still. So this goes all the way through. So I've just done it really simply. You've got a constellation, you've got the date, and then you can decorate this however you want. Or you could just literally put that through your cinch or your binder or create a cover, and you've got a custom, you know, you've got a calendar already. So, you know, you can do whatever you want. If you took each of these sheets into Word, you could actually, say you were making a calendar for your mum. How great would it be to actually take it into Word and actually put the name, actually type out the name of the person into the box, into the correct dates, or put, you know, mum and dad anniversary, you know, Nikki's birthday, you know, mum's birthday is here. Where is it? No, it isn't. Who's that? Somebody's there, can't remember. Mum's birthday is here. I've got lots of birthdays in February, January. Nearly everyone I know is in January, February. But, you know, you could tailor make it for however you want it to be. And just make that really, really lovely for her. It would be really nice if you've got a laminator to actually laminate it, or at least laminate the covers. You know, but if you want to sell these at your craft fairs for your school fates and things like, can you imagine if you went to a school fair with that, with just a cover on it? You'd sell them for a bomb. I bet people would pay like £3 or £4 each for these minimum, if not more. You probably want to charge more, because by the time you've printed each one of these out, you know, don't undercharge for it. Or you could just make your own and just do it that way. So you've got the choice of a colour one, a black and white one, or you've got the plain one that you can then decorate yourself. That's cheaper because obviously it doesn't include the digits on that, so that one's a lot cheaper if you're wanting the blank one. So that's kind of like an overview of the kit in case you hadn't seen it. Oh, Natalie's had COVID. I'm sorry about that, Natalie. Oh, on the mend, finally. Glad to hear it. I'm glad you're on the mend. I thought you'd been quiet. I've been meaning to actually email you for a couple of days. Must email you. Angie, be on the ceiling. So stay away from it. Yeah, it doesn't make me high. It makes me slow. it's I use sumatriptan, and it actually slurs my speech and makes me really slow, so I get really clumsy. So I try and start with half a pill, which is what I've had today, and go from there. And then if it doesn't go, I have the other half, and if it doesn't go, then I'm in trouble. Which has been the last couple of days. Right, let's get on, shall we? So I just need to blow my nose because I think I've got, it might be a bit of hay fever kicking in, although it's very cloudy and gloomy here today. Right, okay, so I literally couldn't think of what to make. So when that happens to me, I go and look at all the design team samples and steal ideas from them. But I didn't have much time, I must confess, because I kind of scheduled the live and then kind of forgot all about it, and then it got to 10 o'clock this morning. I thought, oh my god, I haven't even decided what I'm doing yet. So anyway, as usual, right, let me just get the rubbish bin. So what I did was, I've been and actually printed my Constellation Chart out, and I think this is, if you're really going all out horoscopy, I think this is kind of a key piece for you, really. So I don't have any star dies, so I cut this out on my silhouette. Now I must admit, I didn't want to cut today. I think it was me not having it on the right blade and stuff. So I kind of just basically printed it, and then I actually positioned the star around it, and I didn't, because I didn't have the registration marks on. You can see it's not quite cut correctly there. But anyway, this is a slightly different one, but again, it's just cut it slightly in the Libra bit, but never mind. I don't know any Libras. So I've cut this onto, so I cut out the star, and then I glued it onto the black, and then I've actually cut the black out, because this is really thick card, and actually my machine doesn't like it much. So then what I've done is I've also then cut out another piece, and I just literally did that by just laying that over my cardstock, and I just traced around it, okay, which is why, I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit of a white edge on here, and I quite like the white edge actually, but anyway, never mind. So I want to we're going to create a star card. I thought I was going to use the cupcakes, because there's that's another thing I've not shown you. Where are they? Where's the cupcakes gone? What have I done with that? Hang on, I need to show you these before I forget, because again, these aren't in the main kit, but you might like these. Look how cute these are. So I love these, and to me these are just going to make fab cards. So if we can get to it, they're all just, each one's slightly different, because each digi is sitting in the cream of the cupcake. So but these are cute, and if we've got time, I'll try and make a quick card using those as well. How about those? So I'm going to take my second piece of black here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. I don't know if this card is going to work out or not, guys. I honestly don't know, because like I say, I haven't practiced it in any way. So I'm just lining up my trimmer dead center through the middle of the star. So I've got the top point, and then the bottom of that bit, if you like. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually make a gatefold. So I'm just going to, where I've got this point here on that side, I'm just going to bend that back a little at both sides, just like that. And we're going to glue that in place. Where's my glue gone? There we are. Let me take my glasses off, I might be able to see. So I just want a little bit of glue. And we're just going to position that onto there and line it up. And I know I've got a corner missing of my bit underneath, but don't worry too much about that just now. I'll address that later. I can't believe the time already, honestly. Where does it go? Okay. So we're going to... Yeah, you see, it's not going to... I think as well, we're going to have to maybe... Yeah, that's not going to be sticky enough. Bear with me. I need some red tape. I did wonder... Let's just going to burnish that down quite well so it does actually stick. So just position it, line it up, and hopefully that might come off again because I've got the other glue on there now as well. But anyway, never mind. Let's put it on the flap on this one. So I'm just tucking over the spare tape, and let's just really burnish that corner down there as well. Let's just line that up. Okay, because I've only got that one point where it's actually attached, because I kind of want it to, you know, I want it to be able to stand up. So it's got to be able to move, otherwise it won't. I think if I attach it at the bottom there, it's not going to move. So I want it to kind of be able to. So I might need to revisit that if I do it properly. Do you know, I've just cleaned my mat and I've just got all grunge on there again. Just hang on a second, I need to get that off because it's going to annoy me. It's right where I'm working. Okay, so it's kind of like a little bit wobbly, but we'll look at it later. Okay, so let's burnish that corner down, and that one. I've got a bit of tape showing, but never mind. Okay, yeah, it's maybe not going to work very well. I didn't think about that. Okay, so what I actually did as well, whilst I had my silhouette on, was I kind of went and I needed to make some mats and layers. So I kind of want to decorate the front of this. So again, I used the same star, and then I did an offset, and basically I've been able to cut the exact same star but make two mats for it. So I was... Oh, maybe not. Don't think I'm going to be using that. Some trimmer going. Clean my blade out. Okay, let's try this one then. Must admit, my silhouette didn't like this card either, so I wonder if it might be the card that's not going to go from the top. Might be to do with the... It's better. I want a bit... I'll do this one as well. So if that happens, sometimes it can be the actual grain of the cardstock. So if you're cutting it one way, try cutting it a different way. And, you know, just slow your blade down. Like that looks okay. So... just going to mat and layer this, and you know me, I'm not normally a mat and layer person, but on this occasion I do want it to be. And what we need to do is we need to go right up to the center. Just got a little bit of fluff there on there. We need to go right up to the center of that panel, otherwise we're going to end up with a gap down the middle, which we don't want. Oh, that's why it didn't cut. I've cut through a star on the back. Look, I've cut through the star. That's why the other one didn't cut, because it had stars stuck to it. I didn't notice. Okay, so That's come off. It's not going well, but this is, you know, the grab and go thing, isn't it? This is the thing, how we're going to get out of it. I need to just think of a different way. The way to do this, I think, might be to put a brad through there, but I don't think I've got any with me. Anyway, never mind. You get the idea. And probably wet glue rather than whoops, my camera battery's gone, I think. Just bear with me. Sorry guys. I'm hoping that's what the problem is. I think we're back. Yay. Yeah, you know what the vision is. We just need to find a better way of securing it here, and I'm not sure what that actually is right now. I'm sure it'll come to me. I'm sure it'll come to one of you. But this is what's great about crafting, isn't it? You're just learning constantly. So this one, again, is another matte layer, but it's a bit smaller, so you can see. And I'm doing this because I wanted it to be really sturdy on the front, and I might have to secure and make it a bit sturdier on the back. I quite like it kind of double, quite like it like that. You could play around with it, couldn't you? Like that. That'd be quite cool. So let's just, I don't think I've quite got them lined up, but never mind. So what are we going to put on the front here? Now, I haven't cut any characters out. What have I done with them all? I don't know who I'm making it for. I'm just kind of going to pick something that's easy. Oh, that was it. I wanted to do the little crab, but I'm going to do the crab on the inside. So I'm going to have to do the crab on the outside to match it up, really, aren't I? Grab my scissors. Oh no, where's my proper scissors gone? Oh, you know, oh, it's disaster. My favourite little scissors. I hope I haven't left them at Create and Craft. Right, I'm going to just obviously take more time, and I would normally cut this out on my silhouette. I don't know why I didn't do it. I didn't think about it. I'm going to cut the bubbles away. So this is how I cut things out. So I kind of go around, and then I kind of, with my big scissors, I can pretty much get the shape of what I want, and then I go in and remove the excess bits. You know, I do like it cut quite close. I don't like too much white on display. And what you need to do is kind of, let me just refocus that so you can hopefully get it a bit. It's better. So then here where we've got like a lot, what I do is I treat this as like a separate area. So if you get the bulk of it out, cut the bulk, get that out of the way, and then you can go back and actually trim that down a bit more. It's like here, going nice and close with your little scissors, and just do a little piece at a time, and then it's not quite so overwhelming, and also you get a better result from it as well. It's like into his pincers. It doesn't take long. Sometimes I get really frustrated. I do stuff on my machine, and also die cutting as well. You know, sometimes dies are great, but by the time you mess around, sometimes you could have cut it out by hand. You know, it's not always time saving. Yeah, you might get a nicer result, but if you're in a bit of a rush, you know, sometimes it's easier just to cut by hand. And I'm a big fan of cutting by hand, as you all know. And also, I think it's really important that we don't get lazy and that we lose those skills, you know. It's we should all be able to cut out, really. It should be a choice rather than, you know, kind of going, oh, I can't cut. Because everybody can cut. It's just knowing how to do it properly. I find it quite therapeutic when I get stuff. Now, when I get like loads of like fluffy bits, like what I call fluffy bits, where I've got a bit excited with my pen, you know, I just cut them off. I don't want to lose the will to live. So we've got him cut, and then this one is really easy to cut. And again, you don't be scared to use your big scissors, because you get, if you can, if it's quite a simple outline like this one, you actually get a much smoother result with big scissors than you do with small ones. And also, you can cut a larger area as well, and it's much faster. So just snip into his claws. So I would never go into those bits, I would always cut those, and same with flowers in particular. Gosh, my nose is running. I would always cut into those pincers separately, and the same with like petals. You know, don't faff around. Right, let me zoom that back out, refocus that back out again. So let's open this out on the inside. I think that might come apart again, but we'll try and hold it in place. So what I want to do, I need to just grab, let me think, how am I going to do this? Yes, 1 second. I need to grab an ink pad. So we're going to say that this is for a girl, or for a lady, this card, I think, because I'm feeling a bit of pink. So I'm going to take my Kitsch Flamingo, only because it's the first thing that's come to hand. Okay, we're going to grab a bit of cardstock. So where are we? We're on Cancer. So Cancer's down here. So where's my tape for my... Where's my unicorn gone? There he is. When I ask about my unicorn, here he is. I can't live without my unicorn. My little tape machine. So let's just tape that down. And then let's just get another bit of card. I'm going to tape that there. I'm going to do it across the centre there, and I'm just going to grab... Where's the end gone? Didn't get it long enough. So we're going to actually just place a big piece of tape there across there. So I've actually masked off all of that area except my Cancer bit. And then I'm just going to take a bit of ink. Oh. I think my ink pad's drying out. Let me grab a different colour. Let me grab the big raspberry. Just so it's a bit more visible. kind of want it to go a lot deeper in the centre. So now when we actually take that off, there we go. Now it's not perfect because this is kind of like going round, but if you wanted to, you could kind of try and let me think, how could we do that? If we got a circle, so if you got a circle, it's not, you need, the way to do it would be perfectly would be to cut another one of these out. In fact, we've got one there, look. So let's cut this out. So this is the actual Cancer one, not that it matters. So I'm going to trim around there so I get the dots in. Yeah, you could die cut a circle, but you need the inverse of it. So we're going to, just trying to think, we're going to trace that. So we need the inverse. So we're going to trace that. I just wanted to do it without die cuts because not everybody has a die cuts. I don't actually have that many dies. So look, I could have done it like that. I've just thrown all my bits away now. Let me see if I can. So let's just tape that down there. It's going to go, the problem I've got now is I'm going to be a bit heavy on the ink coverage now. So you see what, do you see how that works? So now when I go back in, I'm not going to ink, I'm going to have to add a bit of ink. I'm going to come in from the outer edge. Oh, my nose is dripping. There, that's worked. Yay, there we go. Okay, so that's just with my things falling off, my side pieces falling off again. And also what I should have done, if I'd thought about this before, I would have actually had that at the top, not at the bottom, because obviously you want it kind of to be in focus. They definitely need to have some kind of attachment. You could, I think probably a brad is going to be best for that. So if you do this, just put a little brad in there and that should hold it. It is really warm in here, so I think that's not helping with my glue as well. Okay, now the other thing is that I wanted it to make sure that it would stand up. So I actually cut the, I did cut the bottom off of my point, off my star there. But then I realised that what I really needed to do was do it on my trimmer, because I cut it at the wrong angle. So I also need to trim it. So trim across on your trimmer to get the correct angle. So just ignore the way that I did it there, because it was, I did it, you know, like when you do something and then you think, why did I do that there and then? Because that's actually really rubbish. Now what I've done is I've just cut through here. I've got another one. So I'm just going to cut by hand. So this is where you need your big scissors. You would never do this with a small pair of scissors, because with your big scissors, all I'm doing is I'm twisting the paper, not my scissors. Look, my hand remains in, my right hand's not moving. Look, my scissors aren't moving. All I'm doing is pressing my blade down, and that enables me to keep a really straight hand and stop it shaking, and instead I'm just twisting the paper around. So that's actually come out pretty cool. And obviously we're going to need to cut that in half as well. Now, what's the Cancer sign? It's that one. So this time we'll put the Cancer thing, we need it on an edge so it doesn't go through the centre. So there. And then what I'm going to do, because we've got this, let's use, oops, not quite work, oh dear, gone off. But anyway, use that as the guide for my centre. And then we'll just cut through that there. And we'll just glue that down. Never pick that up the right way. Okay, so again, let's can't believe it's taken me all this time just to get this far. Okay, so we've now got that. We open up into a little gatefold. Our little cupcake is going to sit in there in the middle. So let's get some 3D foam. I think I want him quite raised. The only Cancer I know is actually Mr. Doodles, so I don't know why I'm making a Cancer card. I just really love the little, and I want him on a bit of an angle. I love the little crabs. Hee. I think as well what I'll do is maybe ink, let's do that. Oh, see, look, clumsy, dropping everything. Whoa. So let's just this is why quite often on Create and Craft my demos go wrong, because I quite often get a migraine with all the driving and stuff down there. I have to take a migraine pill when I get there usually. So, oh, that really lifts it. Just doing that bit of ink really, really lifts it massively. And do you know what else? Because of that, do you know what I like? What I'm going to do? Now, I don't have a purple ink pad. So let's make our own. So this is that picked raspberry again. And it'll just pull that tone out and turn that into purple. I was trying to avoid going purple, but actually it's looking really nice in purple with just that. I'm going to put a bit more of that blue. I want a bit more of that coming through. Let's just colour it. How nice does that look? That looks lovely, just with adding a bit of ink. Yeah, it really does. It does tie in all together, and it actually ties in on the front as well. And whilst I'm here, look, I'm just going to ink that edge too. You see, this is how you turn your digits into like proper hybrid crafting. And there's still people out there that think they're real kind of snobs about, oh, I only stamp, I don't use digits. And it's so wrong. They don't know how much they're missing out, because, you know, you can do whatever you want with a digistamp. It's, you know, the world is your oyster, isn't it, guys? You all know already. You know, and this is why we decided a long time ago we were going to focus on do a lot of digi work, because to us this is the future of crafting. You know, as we all go through, you know, this thing about being more sustainable and environmentally friendly and everything, you know, you can't get much more friendly, really, can you? You know, you print what you need, and that's it. I'm just checking some of the best ideas are always born without prep beforehand. Yeah, the only idea I had was I was going to make a star card, and yeah, that bit didn't work out great, but you know, with Brad in there, or an eyelet or something, maybe an eyelet would be really nice, because then you could put a bit of twine at each side. So what we're going to do here, I think we need to just put that on the front. Just conscious of time. Not that I'm in a hurry anyway, but some of you guys might be. So let's just trim this down. It's a bit big. I think this is coming out quite cute in the end. I was thinking that it was going to not be great. Right, I'm going to actually put that onto there rather than the other way around, so I can actually position it right. So he's going to go on there, or she's going to go on there. Now I feel like I need to kind of put a bit of ink in the middle, so let's just see if we can pull that off. Okay, let's have a little bit, and we might go purple again, you know. Let's put a bit in here. Oops. You know what I'm going to do before? Let's do this sensibly, and actually it'll be easier to colorise it. So get that pink again. Wowza. Just take that off. I have a bit of sticky, but never mind. So I'm not quite going up to the edge, I'm just blending it all out. Oh, I've used the wrong thing as well, never mind. And then let's just check that they kind of match and that I've not gone too mad. I think I'm going to need some more 3D foam. That's lost its sticky now. Where have you gone, you little crabby thing? Yeah, belly band, yeah, definitely. And actually I did have that in my head when I was kind of putting the things and doing my silhouette work. I was kind of thinking, yeah, what else could I do? It would look nice with a little wrap. But then I suppose you could do a wrap here and something there, and actually it might be nice to have like a tie maybe. Now the other thing, while I was cutting out all my other bits and pieces, like I said, I don't have a die for a star die, so I thought what I would do is, I wonder if this is going to work, this glue. And another thing I want to do as well, I wanted to put a sentiment on. In fact, where are we? Where's that Cancer thing gone? Where's that triangle? Have I lost it? Have you thrown it out? There it is. Look. So look, we've still got this that we cut out before. So look, we could... Let's just cut that. So we've got a tiny little thing there that says Cancer. Don't quite know where I'm going to put it, but I might be going a bit over the top now. There is a point where you need to stop, isn't there? But just like thinking there, because that's kind of, no, I don't like it, no, it doesn't fit. But I wanted a sentiment, and I've got some here somewhere. The other thing we could do is we could put the date in there if we wanted. That might look quite cool. This is just a random card I'm making. I'm not actually making it for anyone. So let's put a date on as if it was actually their birthday on the 23rd. It's just gone if it is. It's just about showing you the layout and giving you an idea more than anything, isn't it? Alright, little scissors at this point. So this is something I probably would cut on the silhouette. You all okay for time? Actually, it's school holidays, isn't it? I don't have kids, so I never know when the school holidays are. It kind of goes past me. The only reason I know is because of the traffic. Okay, so we've got a nice you see, you could actually put that on there, couldn't you? You could do something like that. I like the centre just nice and plain like that, I think. So, but I think it might look quite cool if I actually did it there like that and had that. So you kind of go, oh, 23rd. That's quite cool. So let's do that. I like it like that, I think. I don't want to put too much on, and just before I do that, I'm a strong believer that once you've started inking, you kind of need to carry on. So a little bit more. Kind of need to coordinate it. Let's just a little bit of that, not too much. So and I want it to sort of stay within the realms of that, so I don't want it to overlap too much. So you could, you know, when you fold it up, you could do it like that even. So you could do it like that or like that, but it's quite nice that they're actually getting that when they open it, I think. So I quite like that. And then the one thing, where is it? Did want to use my paper because I love this so much. So we've got June. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let's just cut a strip of this. This would be great as a belly band, wouldn't it? I wonder if there's I just had an idea. I wonder if I'm just wondering whether you could actually, if you wanted to hold it in place, you know, you could somehow create a tie like that. Will that slide off? Yes, it will. Look. So we could. Let's go to. Let's get that in position properly, and then just. So I want to bend it there at February. But we're going to have to make that stick there. I think it will. Maybe a bit tight. but if you put that under, slide it underneath, that then solves our issue of it opening, look, doesn't it? How cool is that? That's quite cute, I think. Yeah, I quite like that. So I was going to put another sentiment on there, but I don't know where they've gone. Loads. Well, that took longer than I thought it was going to. So anyway, I would put a sentiment in there somewhere. Wherever they've gone, I don't know. But I quite like that, I think, as it is. Let me just put my ink pads on there and get this all out of the way. Oh, I've forgotten something. So I also cut out these little cute stars. That was what I was going to do, just to finish it off. So we'll just have and I had these in yellow, but they didn't cut properly. So let's just have a few. Have a little yellow one in there. I've got two yellows. Like I said, it didn't like my cardstock when I was cutting these stars, so they've not cut very well. Just an extra bit of colour is going to make it lift. Got a little tiny one there. And I think we're pretty much done. I think if I carry on, I think the only other thing I would do is I would maybe add some glittery bits and stuff, you know, or maybe just like find something else that's got stars on that are a bit better than those that I've cut out. Now that's going to cause me an issue when I open that, but I actually really like that. I think that's come out quite nice, apart from my little edges. I need to just fine tune my brads and things, but just slide that off. You could even put a little thing that says open here, and then and there we go. I think that came out quite cute. What do you think, guys? You're so clever, even with half migraine. Well, no, not really. You just go with the flow, don't you? It's just kind of like, as someone else said, it's just about going with the flow. And I have to say, my migraine's virtually gone now, by the way, whilst I've been doing that. It was worse when we started. So just go with the flow and see. Let me see if I can hold that up a bit so it's a bit closer. Get into focus for you. My camera's stopped auto-focusing and it's really annoying. I need to reset my camera when we finish this. So, just in case you couldn't see it properly. Oop. There you go. So it's just the closure bit. It's literally just how we attach that end. And you could glue. I guess you could do it like that, but it's just not going to, if you attach it at the bottom as well, it's just going to be a bit hard to open. But it's going to kind of sit better maybe, because if you have it on the mantelpiece, it's then not going to kind of sit very well, I don't think. I mean, it isn't anyway, is it? Mind you, I haven't trimmed the bottom off here yet. Let me just do that. So there and there, I think. That's better, look. More or less. Yeah, it actually sits now. So yeah, just remember to cut those points off the bottom. But yeah, looks quite cute. Or you could have it like that if you wanted to. In a way, it's quite nice like that, because you're kind of like, what's hiding behind there? And then you open it and it's like this cute little crab. And another one in a cupcake. Okay, so I think I'm done. I think if I go any further I might spoil it, and I actually quite like it for a change. So let's do a little giveaway, shall we? I haven't got a code for you because you've got back in focus. I haven't got a code for you today because obviously we've got this kit has still got 35% off anyway, so make sure you grab that and get the bundles. So, and that's kind of it. So let's do a little giveaway. So, oh, lots of comments on here today. Let me see, who is there? I'm just going to randomly... This new software is showing me everyone's name as well, I think, which is cool. Okay, so I've got to get rid of the design team people. There's quite a few. In fact, let me give a shout out to the design team people. So we had Maz, we had, where are we? Angie. Angie's kind of design team. She used to be, and she still is sort of. We've got Judy from the States. Hello, Judy. I missed you earlier. We've got Wendy Jackson. Hello, Wendy. We've got Melanie. I think it's the same Melanie anyway. Who else have we got? We've got Merja from... I always forget where she's from. Do this every time. I think Natalie's gone. Natalie helps us design some SVG files for you. Who else? I think that's about it for design team people. Okay, right. Alison Evans. You are my winner on here. So Alison, if you email me, God, I just nearly dropped my pokey tool right on my foot. That'd be fun. Alison Evans with a double L. If you want to email me at website@polkadoodles.co.uk, I will give you a £10 voucher for the store that you can spend on whatever you like. So drop me an email, website@polkadoodles.co.uk, and I'll sort that out for you. So thank you all very much for joining me. It's been fun, and yeah, I'll be back next week, hopefully. What else is going on? Can't think. Don't forget to check out the little the craft jam section. So as we put new things in there, you know, those little products are just gonna kind of pop up in there here and there. And yeah, we're kind of starting to get ready for Christmas here. So Christmas is coming and the goose is getting fat, isn't he? Yes. I've also just rearranged the website a little bit this morning to make it easier to find things like gnomes. My gosh, I can't believe how many gnomes we actually have. And because it's such a key thing that everybody's looking for, they've kind of got their own section now, so hopefully it might be a bit easier to find if you're looking for anything gnomified. But yeah, I will be back next week, hopefully with some more news, some exciting news that I'm working on. And stay tuned, and thank you all for your support. I really do appreciate it. It's nice to do these videos and not actually be here on my own. We are back on Create and Craft, but not until towards the end of August, I think it is. So yeah, so it's ages away. I think it's about 4 weeks away still. So nothing really to report there, and so I'm going to say bye-bye. Have a wonderful weekend. I know it's only Thursday, but have a good Friday and a nice crafty weekend. And hopefully I'm going to see you this time next week. So thank you for joining me. Alison, make sure you actually email me. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.